Test. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that works. And let me copy the link in Patreon and in the Discord. Okay, there we go. So that is actually rolling and should be okay. I checked there was no requests, so let's get right into the watch list and go with the indices first. Back to a bit higher time frame. So get rid of this so we can get a bit of a better picture. Now, as last week we were looking for a structure coming down this, and we hit that like 618 where we got that reaction from afterwards, and now we've been grinding more quite correctively. It is actually, or at least very overlapping structure, if nothing else. If we want to be bullish still, it could go up correctively or even with a diagonal. At the moment, I don't really like this structure at all, so I'm not going to be playing it. However, again, as we are in a trend of going higher on higher time frame, and this structure came down in 3, there's not really a reason yet to turn any bearish. So again, a continuation to the upside is what I would be expecting. ES and I believe Nasdaq was also having this 3-way structure coming down lower into that 1-to-1 extension, and we got that reaction from there. And here we have, well, a kind of weird structure. I'm not quite sure what to think of this. It's like, if we are looking at the extensions, we hit the 1.618, we got a reaction to the downside a bit. Let's see if there was anything else. There's a daily above, nothing really down here. Well, this is a clear area of support, most likely turning into, a area of resistance, most likely turning into a support more. We have hit that once again already. Monthly open was established as well, of course, as new month. Just slightly below us, so it might be offering something, but again, the first day maybe not the best indication of any of the monthly open usage, to be honest. But at this moment, the extension to the upside is still very corrective. You can label this as a 1, 2, 3 already, as we hit that 1.618. However, the retracement here into this wave 1 top is maximum at 32, which is very common area. So more than likely, if we are coming down, hitting this area of this support and resistance, most likely this is not a far way to the upside. I would at that point think that either we have 3, maybe some kind of correction, maybe correcting in 3 again, and then we get another reaction, something like this, to complete this whole sequence down. But again, we don't need to be turning more bearish at the moment. This could as well just continue going up into the next resistance area of this week. We have gone through that, that probably acting as resistance now, and then at least it would be giving us a better looking fire wave, if that is what it is going to be doing. And then we can talk about it again. But at the moment, I'm not trading this. area of resistance for sure with this monthly view up going down, not coming down, but nothing else here going on. I think this here was the high on Monday 15th on ES. Let's see. Actually was 17th was the highest. So probably this here somewhere. Okay, so this was highest here on ES, while Nasdaq has already come down. We did get that reaction that we had here. Not quite sure what this whole thing is. Again, it can be labeled as in 5, but it's kind of the only one at the moment that can be labeled as 5 down. So I wouldn't really trust that, but this here at the moment is looking like a very decent expanded flat, very similar to ES, where it just swept the lows here just slightly, I think, before getting this nice run up. We have hit the 1.618 extension, but again, on the indices, they somewhat acts like shitcoins, where the extensions are sometimes very extended, like the 1.618 for a C wave is not anything unusual, right? And yeah, just establishing the monthly VWAP now again as new month turned. But yeah, we have tapped this weekly now, of which we got a very decent reaction. I could be actually using this and using that instead. So it's just continues to going left. Of course, what else here? Previous tops. So yeah, definitely an area of interest previously. So I'm not really too surprised of this move up. Shorting here could be a thing. Just very local. Very local to the downside. But we'll see. I'm not quite confident enough that this is going to come down, so I'm not going to be taking a trade. Yeah, not really interested in that yet, at least. Let's see. This was the 17th of July, so it was probably this top here, right? Yeah. Yeah, like Russell has already created new highs after that, after the previous peak. Of course, this is small caps, so these can act on its own. There is a chance that we have had some kind of diagonal here. What I thought was going to be the start of something here, not or didn't end up happening, because this is now not a 5 wave since we have taken out the high already here. So a continuation to the upside is what I would be looking for. Locally, as long as we hold this low here around 21,188, we can treat this as a diagonal, so we don't want to see this leg going below here, because at that point again we're probably going to be looking for something like this at least before getting a continuation. Of course, this diagonal could be part of something previous, and acting as an end of something instead, maybe end of this whole thing here, right? So again, if that breaks, then we know that there is again a chance to the downside instead, or the risk of it is actually there again. DAX has been going very sideways for quite some time now, and yeah, I'm not really interested in trading this until we get Avis. Maybe into one of these lows to get liquidity, or maybe the top to get liquidity. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in this. Ors had a nice run, but so far it definitely looks like a 3 wave here, hitting the 1.382 only. We did get that correction downwards here. Let's get rid of some of this so we can actually see. But again, this whole thing here is very overlapping, and so there's a lot of different counts that work for you and against you, of course. So again, lowers the probability of identifying the right pattern. So probably shouldn't get involved in this unless you get something like, well, not even this is too good of a structure. We had a 3-way move. This is definitely something that is good, and then we get a reaction from it. The issue is that this also looks like more like a 3-wave. So although we did have some kind of V-shape recovery here, just based on the internal structures here, it would have definitely looked like a three-way structure, which hit the 1-to-1, pivoted down, and well, in this case it actually pivoted up again. I don't know, but yeah, the pattern to me wouldn't have been tradable because of this 3-wave here. Okay, go into stocks. This Tesla long, well, you know, we did get, oops, not that one. We did get that structure to the upside. The issue is that it ended up just being a 3-wave here. 1.236 extension, and we came down back into pretty much break even, and now we are up again. But yeah, I took profits at the 1-to-1. So this here, definitely not the best risk to ratio. But yeah, I'm glad I took profits, and because I already had set my stop loss right here, and after taking the profit, it got me out, and now it's pumping again. But you know, it could be just turning into, if we want to be bullish, it could be turning into a diagonal. Otherwise, I don't really see a bullish alternative based on just the pattern, right? But of course, it could just moon and leave me behind. Unfortunate though. Nice run to the upside. Not quite sure what this is about though. Boeing taking a dump here on the open. Coinbase doing this sideways mess. Apple. I don't think Apple hit the 1-to-1 here. No. There's some other play that we were talking about last week. Was this ARK? Yeah, I think it was ARK. Yeah, it was. Because we had this 3-way structure coming down, and after which we had a decent looking move to the upside. Although, again, we had a very choppy move. I entered here, and on top of that previous move, I had the TP. I'm not out of this, or I shouldn't be, at least based on this chart, I shouldn't be. But maybe on the exchange I'm trading it is triggered, because after the TP1, I moved my stop loss to break even. But yeah, took some nice decent profits here. And yeah, it still looks quite decent. There's still a chance it just pumps up, and we have, in the best scenario, this is a 1-2. Although this is very unlikely to have a flat on a wave 2. where this would be a 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5, you know. But we can hope. Nothing to lose anymore, so Palantir. This kind of looks tempting to the upside. Now, I'll set an alert here above this previous high in case we create a diagonal. I'd be potentially looking for some kind of play in here. Let's see actually the higher time frame. Did we get a new low here? We did. So daily, din. Yeah, that looks good. So we had this structure here. The only issue, what I can see here clearly on this chart, is that we did not take liquidity on these lows. But we can hope that if we create one more high here, look for a three-way retrace, and then we are, or I would be looking for a something similar to this first structure over here. So something like this. That's an ABC here basically, or this here. Generally, we don't really want to see too low of a correction for this diagonal, but we'll see, of course, if that even happens. Otherwise, I'm not going to be playing this. I need to see what that first high first, or that high first, before I'm looking for anything else. Ooh, Microsoft hadn't really dumped here. I think that was the alert that I had yesterday, right? Yeah. This is something that I had, I think, trouble last week as well. Because this definitely looks more like a 3, and we had a massive dump. We didn't even take liquidity from here, which is kind of weird. And we still made a massive rise. %10 now from this low here. Whoop. Well, I can't do anything about that now. Ooh, okay. This most likely is not a wave 4 anymore. So the count is probably wrong. So I think we have to disregard that. And not expect this to be the end of it. I think this is a wave 4 of summon based on the extensions here. 1.382. This channel's really beautiful here. There is a chance that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into this low. Expanding diagonal. And then we have an expanded flat. We have already had divergences here. So you could be looking for a scalp here, something like this. Let's see, what do we have here? Daily. I think this daily is very deep though. Risking quite a little. That might be too deep though. Maybe this weekly. This then hasn't retraced even 50%, right? No. It's not worth it. If I was to trade, I'm going to be setting an alert here. just below the weekly. Maybe this weekly VWAP is going to get a reaction from here. This SMH trade was fail. This is now extended so far that I'm not quite sure if it is any more of a part of this. It's already at the 2-to-1 extension, so this is again very similar to Nvidia here, locally, this bump here. This, however, again, feels like that is done actually, and is part of this move, and this is part of something else, and we want to be shorting somewhere here, which is kind of bad since this is a very small retracement, only at the 38.2 now. There's not really anything here very close where it is like a daily or something. Daily open here could be some kind of resistance area. Maybe if it gets there, could be taking a shot. This 3-wave, we haven't had a very impulsive structure here, so I'm not really reacting yet. AMD, oof, such a dump. Had this run as well. Earnings came in and saved it, right? 2%, 100 million positive, more than expected. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Yeah. Probably should set alerts, because basically the expectation here was that we're creating a higher degree structure down, and this dump definitely has that chance. So let's see, where do we have anything here? We got the 618 with a monthly open that has been tested previously. We have had that area as a resistance before, so I'm going to be setting alert here. Oops. Here, just below it or before it. If we get some kind of move here, and then we can look for a short, maybe. So looking at Bitcoin, I probably need to do a video on this on Counter Capital, because there's a couple of different ways of looking at it. Either we have this as an ABC, or this as an ABC, or any kind of a correction, 3-way correction. So 2 things. If this is the case, then we would look for a pardon leg of this from here, or if this is the case, we'd be looking for a continuation here. Could be any areas here, to be exact. We're creating a low already on RSI, if this is a very shallow correction. We hit the minimum extension, I believe, here as well, for this being a 3-way finished. 618 was hit. There was a previous daily. The liquidity was not taken from here, which is kind of odd. Same from here. It's creating higher lows still, which makes me think that we might just go back for those. Not too much lining up. We have the extension of 2, which is very uncommon, I feel like. 786 retracement of this whole move. 618, kind of this area here. There is previous areas of support and resistance there, so maybe. I kind of want to be shorting this, or wanted to short this if this came up here. There was 618 and a weekly, but now that it has created a 3-wave, I'm not quite sure if I want to anymore short that, because it's not really that good of a pattern now. Probably going to be looking for altcoins for some opportunities instead. So let's see, ETH first. Definitely still fits into a 5-wave here. It kind of looks like this is a 3. Want to be bearish, we could have a 1-2-1-2 here. Something like this to finish out this whole thing here. So that's the extensions. These are the supports. 618 was already tagged though in here, but this again came up in 3. This can be labeled as a 3-wave. Bulls could be already saying a diagonal here, but bears I would be looking for a bit lower. Maybe this, we can add this into the right. Yeah, 618 still has that range value area low. Maybe see the higher picture here, seeing if we get anything here. Where do we have POC? POC is all the way up in here, which acted as resistance, looks like. Range value area low, however, at the 786. So I would be looking for something maybe this. Maybe something like this. It provides really decent risk to ratios. And I kind of like this structure here. Obviously it's not the best, but if we come down into that area 786, it offers really good risk to ratios in general. Setting alerts just below here as well. That confirmation that this is not impulsive, and it doesn't look like it, but yeah, it could just create a flat here, get up higher. Then actually we might be wanting to look for shorts. So in case we get a B and C, 786 we have a fresh daily open. So 786 somewhere in here, and look for this. So we would be looking for something like that. So that is the 2 trades I would be willing to take on ETH, I think. Those look decent. Because this definitely looks like a impulse structure, and I kind of have, like, this is not the best structure, so that's why I think that this is more likely to be a start of something based on the extensions, right? Because this is so extended, it goes well beyond, like, it goes into more than 2.618, 3.236 almost. But yeah, I think that is pretty decent. Two trade setups, I think that is looking decent. AVAX came up in 3, not really interested. It's most likely going to end up coming down in dumping. I don't want to be saying that, but a total 3. I really wanted it to be here, but I think it was it this morning here that we created a new low here on liquidity. New low here. So this cannot be a start. Of course, as this is a total market cap Some altcoins can still treat this as the start of something, although some are treating as a 3, right? So at the moment, we still have to do this. We have a new low on RSI. So I would hope that we are getting up now, because I don't know, if we just don't, it's starting to get kind of weird. Where's the extensions? Yeah, the issue with this is we don't even get to the 1.618 here. 1.618 is all the way here. We got only to like 1.236, which is very corrective. Structures coming down though were corrective as well. This looks corrective as well, so there is a chance that this is done already. But yeah, let's continue the list here. Check out Litecoin, going up in 3, not a really good thing. Coming down in 3, going up in 3. I would be expecting it to take out this 67.60 at least. And also we did not take out the RSI low here. Same here as in ETH. I'd be expecting coming down lower, maybe into this weekly. This actually looks so much like a bit ETH here. Not the really greatest setups here though. Dot. Am I on dots? Because I kind of want to long this. We had a, well, you could argue that this definitely looks like more like a 3-wave here. Yeah, it just gets the 0.618. Oh. We had that nice move to the upside here though. V shape here. Maybe not risking it, because just based on the rest of the market. There's always altcoins that are performing different than the other ones. Three down, I don't know what that is. Daily here on Doge. I'm still short on Dogecoin. This was my entry here. I saw this. I got in here against the high. And now it has taken out this low. We did get into that that daily open. We got a reaction, but again, I feel like everything is just bleeding. As long as we don't take out like previous highs here or a high here, I think I'm just staying in that short. I haven't even taken profits yet. It's really greedy though, but yeah. I had other longs opening as well on similar setups to this, where this structure here looked like a 5-wave. So I had a hedge on short, on Doge, sorry, as a short to the downside, which played out way better. Just to mitigate some of the losses. Like ADA was one of them, I think, was it? No, it didn't have the best structure. Maybe ADA had a setup that was higher time frame. Yeah, this is just 15, yeah. Cake could bounce. I kind of like this weekly low level here. Maybe at the 618. Just below it. Not perfect, so I'm not taking it. Link. Sol had another massive run here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Definitely can be done. Could be counted as well, where this low here, as it held and came down in 3, can be held as a wave 4 of something. There wasn't any there wasn't liquidity taken, nor there was any kind of level here, but this area where we found previous support as well, so this high here acted as support again. But yeah, locally this looks bad. This just looks like 3-wave. Monthly open almost tagged, but yeah, definitely not good. I feel like we are going to be bleeding here on our markets. I'm still looking to play longs as well. I don't just want to go with the market, or however other people are feeling. I gotta do my own mistakes. I feel like the sentiment is very bearish here on these drops. Look at that! What a run! What a run! Now the question is, what is this about? Kind of liking that this is start of something. Maybe it's this kind of wonky. This is an issue though. This is an issue that we have divergence here between these lows. This signals that this is kind of likely to be a flat instead. Damn it, I didn't catch this. Let's see if there's any levels here. There is some levels. It might be, let's see, or is this like 0.618 already here? Hit, it is. Maybe even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you would be bold, you would have this as a flat. Oh man. That is such a bad looking structure though. I feel like this is more likely. I want to short this somewhere in here, maybe. Short this here, maybe. Risk to ratios would be good if we are just waiting. Not quite sure what to do than that. Maybe I'll set an alert here on this monthly, just before it. But yeah, that is the end of that crypto part. Let's see if there was anything else. The XY we hadn't looked at, I don't think, on last streams. 3-wave came down. I haven't tracked this too much. There was a chance that this was the start of something to the downside, where this could be another. I mean, if that's a 1-2 1 to the downside, then everything is going to go all-time highs again. Once we get this down pumping again. But locally, maybe this has, well, I mean, this can be 3-wave here. This definitely has the vibes of impulsive structure, right? This is not really impulsive to the upside, like as a whole structure so far. It's more likely a 3, just into the 618. so not really a strong one. So I would be more confident that is going down rather than up. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I got now here. So if you're interested in learning more, as always, you can check out my Patreon, where there's a basics course for Elliott Wave, and also if you're more advanced and know the basics, you can check out the trading and more of the advanced course, where I'm going through the RSI, how I use it with Elliott Wave, and also all the strategies and risk management and everything that is really important in trading. But yeah, that is everything for now. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you back next week, hopefully. Okay, bye bye.